My favorite moment at Mid-Ohio is very easy. It was still, for me, after 20, let's see, it was in 1989, so that's 23 years ago, still the greatest win I've ever had. Or we, I should say. Number one, my crew, a lot of them were family. And it was an endurance race in a Honda Civic that I had made a deal with to run in this one race. I was out of money, so I teamed up with a guy who let me drive the car in exchange for a share of the prize money, which is a great, great deal. And my co-driver was, in fact, Andy Pilgrim, 23 years ago. And I'm racing against him today in World Challenge. And he was my teammate last year. So it's a small family racing. And in this race, we took that Honda Civic out there, and it started raining. Andy did a good job. Brought him in, and I got in. He was near the front. Can't remember if he was leading. He probably was. Andy's always leading. And we went back out. We're running in the rain. At one point, it was raining so heavily that the car hydroplaned. We still had the dry tires on it. But in those years, they didn't shave them down all the way, and it made kind of a good intermediate. But it wasn't a full rain, and it rained so hard on the front straight at Mid-Ohio. The car hydroplaned, and the engine locked the tires. And I couldn't understand. It was sliding, and I wasn't on the brakes. Went off the road into the tire wall. Big crash. But I hit the end of the tire wall. So it just poured in, and bounced out. And the workers came out, pushed me back, got me going again. Now I don't know where I am, but I know I'm passing a lot of people. The rain let up a little bit. My tires were like an intermediate. They were the right tires. And we were passing people. I knew we were going really fast. I could tell by the way I was going by people, but I didn't know where I was. Get down to the end of the race, there's, I think, 15 or 20 minutes left, and we are using a CB radio for our radios. I don't know, you have to be old to remember what a CB radio is, but scratchy voice says to me, you're in second place. You're 20 seconds behind, and there's 20 minutes to go. And Andy Pilgrim told me later, he's in the pits talking to my wife, who's on the radio, and he says, okay, 20 minutes, 2-minute laps, he's 2 seconds a lap faster, he can catch him. Count him down the laps. And so they're counting me down the interval and the number of laps, and we get closer and closer, and on the last lap, I catch the guy that's leading, and he bumps me off the track. I don't think he even meant to. He couldn't. The whole back of his car was so dirty. And so I'm off the road. I'm in the grass. And the family's, oh no, he's off the road. But I slid all the way through the grass and back on the track again. And the family's like, oh, he's back on the road. And I caught the same guy. Remember, his windows are all black. His mirrors are covered. Second to last corner, he catches a slower car and he decides to wait. And I shoot by underneath both of them. Win the race. Still the greatest race ever. My first professional endurance racing win with my whole family as crew. That's Mid-Ohio's best memory for me.